Champions of the world, Chelsea fans, how are you guys doing today? Let us talk about our defense because there has been tremendous improvement in our defense lately. And that was, possible through the infusion of um, Fofana, through the infusion of Wesley Fofana. Since Wesley Fofana came in, there has been that defensive solidity and stability. Now, let us analyze the whole scenario. I just want us to look at our defense, analyze the whole scenario, and know what actually the problem is and where it is coming from. Prior to the return of Fofana, we played Gusto at the right back, played Marco Correa at the left back, played the center back combination of Tosin and Chalobah. But then understand that Enzo Maresca's tactics is that the two wing backs will always overlap. They will always provide assist in the forward areas. And so you discover that Marco Correa is always in front and always tracks back. Gusto is always going front and always tracks back. Now, Tosin and Chalobah, their combination was full with errors and indecision at most of the times. And then we begin to wonder, where is the problem coming from? Now, Fofana came back from injury, and then Enzo Maresca removed Tosin and then infused Fofana. And then we saw a great performance from Chalobah. We saw an improvement in the Chalobah's performance. That is why I want to, let us finger this thing a little. Look at Tosin. If you look at the way Tosin plays, he lacks, this in-game awareness. That 100% in-game awareness. That is why I continue to say that we must be 100% aware of our surroundings. We must, give this concentration, 100% concentration in games that can allow us to win and secure clean sheets. That can allow us secure clean sheets. Now, you discover that this dude lacks, this in-game awareness and confidence. Tosin tends to invite the opponent. Have you watched him play? He tends to invite the opponent's pressure into his own half. He will be tracking back just as this guy does, the one in Liverpool, Van Dijk. That's how he'll be tracking back until the pressure soaks him, and the pressure is now in his 18-yard box. But if you look how Fofana plays, Fofana always attacks. Once you are coming, he will charge. He reads the game. He understands the game. And he understands the trajectory of the ball, speed of the ball. So once he's coming to you, he tends to read what you are going to do next and where the ball will land. So immediately you are trying to react, he knows where the ball is going to and he smashes the ball off your leg. And so Fofana has been proactive in that, regard. So it doesn't allow you to choke him in the defense. He tries to come out and win the ball, outside of his own 18-yard box. And then in situations where, he makes any mistake, Chalobah is behind him to, clear up situations. So what Chalobah will be left to do is, mop up any loose balls, mop up any situation that was not, completely taken care of by Fofana. And so you see that their pairing was wonderful. And you see improvement in performance from Chalobah. That is how you see improvement in performance from Chalobah. And then the pressing, the pushing of Fofana continues to give more confidence to Chalobah. He brings this confidence to his game. He makes him understand that this guy is performing well. I must up my game. I must perform well. But when you are in a situation with somebody who is trying to push you, you are not so good. You are, depending on somebody who is not so good too. You guys are just pushing each other. You make mistakes. But when you have a leader, somebody who is proactive, somebody who is energetic, continues to push and fight, you will be forced to join him to push and fight. And that is it. That brings me to my third point about what Tosin lacks. Tosin lacks this aggression, which is a key ingredient for every defender. He lacks that aggression. Look at Tosin play. Look at Chalobah play. Look at Fofana play. Look at James play. Look at Marco Correa play. They are always charged up. Look at the display of Enzo Fernandez. Charged up. This is what we expect from Tosin, but Tosin does not have that. He has this, quiet kind of, it tries to, that is not the ingredient that makes up a defender. is not the ingredient that makes up a defender. You must put your all in the game and perform to the best of your abilities. So his performances have been limiting Chalobah on all fronts, and that is why the infusion of Fofana has now improved Chalobah's performance, and then you now see that Chalobah is performing because at Benicio, you know that Chalobah performs well. He pushes the ball, he advances forward, and all of that. And so you see that their pairing is a wonderful one. I don't expect to see Tosin coming back to that defense. If for anything, Fofana must be rested. Let Chalobah and Badiashile is back from injury. Let Chalobah and Badiashile mount that center back position. You could see that it is because of the indecision and indecisive nature of Tosin that is putting, Yorel Hato in difficult situations that make it look as though he doesn't have good games. You see him trying to cover up the left back position and trying to cover up the center back position. It is not done. It is not done. For a young lad like that who is trying to grow, you must stand in as, the pillar in that defense to direct him on what to do. But you find out that Yorel Hato has been the one, making covers, making, runs, trying to defend the line, trying to, defend his own position and defend that of the center back position. It is never done for a young lad in the defensive position. And so that is the situation that we need to know. And for me, Chelsea needs to sell Tosin come January. They just need to sell him. They need to sell him. Achampong is doing well. Achampong can take over that position. If we need tall persons, Achampong is there. Let him come and take over that position. Tosin should be sold. It's one player that needs to be sold. He needs to leave our club as quickly as possible. He needs to leave our club as quickly as possible. What are your thoughts, guys?